Goal Diggers, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of #Get Lit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. For today's training, we're going to talk about how to really use the law of attraction to get whatever you want in your life, personally, professionally. This is something that you can use, this amazing tool to get what you want. And guess what? You can use it now, today, in real time. Yeah, you don't have to go study it or do all these things. Of course, that will only help. But I'm going to give you some tips that you can implement today to start getting more aligned with what you really want. So I want to welcome you guys on. We are streaming this live, but we're going to flip it into an IGTV. So whether you're watching live or replay, share below if you are using the law of attraction. Are you using the law of attraction? Do you understand how to use it? Or if you've tried to use it, is it working for you? I would love to know. Share that below for me, okay? So we've all heard of the law of attraction. It's a spiritual law. There are other spiritual principles, tons of them, but this is the one that's most known. It became very popular, very mainstream around, I think, 2003, 2004, when The Secret came out. If you haven't watched that movie or read the book, you need to. It's incredible. It's awesome. It was the first thing that I started learning about this amazing tools and principles that we can use in our everyday life. And I used it in many different ways. I used it to get back with a boyfriend that I really wanted to get back with. Later on, I was like, yeah, that wasn't a good thing to work on. But I used it for relationships. I've used it for money. I used the law of attraction to go from $250,000 in revenue to the next year doing 1.1 million. And this year we're going to do over $2 million by using the law of attraction. Did that get your attention? I hope so. A lot of people need more money to get the things that they want. If you want to move into that better home, or maybe you want to go back to, pay college for your kids or take your family on a vacation or get out of debt, you need money to do that, right? It's not just about money, but when we start to look at the things that we want in our life, a lot of times what we're wanting is because we need that money to have that thing, right? Money makes us feel secure. It makes us feel confident. It makes us feel accomplished. But you can use this for anything. I use it to maintain my weight. It's a true story. I weigh the same no matter what I eat. I literally could go to the doctor right now. I don't weigh myself at home. I can tell you exactly how much I weigh right now. I know, it's weird. And I ate a lot of chocolate yesterday because I use the law of attraction. As soon as I start to feel I'm getting caught up in, oh, you shouldn't eat that, or oh, there's too many calories or whatever, I've trained myself, no. Get aligned, get where you need to be, and you're gonna be fine. Okay. I have trained myself from many years of self-hatred and body image issues. I have learned to use the law of attraction for maintaining my weight. This really can be used for anything. Okay. So I'm guessing that by now you want to know how to do it. So with the law of attraction, the first thing you need to do is you need to get really clear on what you want. When I do private coaching with people or work with students in our programs, I'll say to them, all right, where are you at now and what's the goal? And they will ramble and ramble. No offense if you've done calls with me. And they'll ramble and ramble some more on where they're at and why it's not working and what they've tried and, all the things, right? But I'll say, but what do you want? What does your business look like? What does your income look like? What does this look like for your family? What do you want? And they're like, well, more money. Like there's no clarity. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is get really clear. If you're not clear on what you want and you're not thinking about that throughout the day, when you're getting ready to fall asleep at night, maybe do a meditation, going for a walk, talking to people about it. If you're not clear on what you want, how can the universe support you? How can God give you those divine downloads is what I call them, because I get them every single day because I've become very in tune to it. How can you receive that if you're not clear? Right? Like that doesn't make any sense. So the first piece of advice I'm going to give you is to get really clear on what you want. Take the time to put the vision board together. Vision boards are not weird. They're awesome. Okay. Take the time to write down in your journal. I'm so happy and grateful now that we're debt free. We're building our second home. We are able to take our family on vacations and not bat an eye, right? We just cash flow whatever we want, buy that new vehicle. Hit the top rank of the company, max out the comp plan. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm at my perfect weight. You can start with that today, okay? So that's the first thing I want you to do. I want you to get really clear on what you want. Second, and this is really where the law of attraction comes into play, okay? What we want to do is we need to get aligned with the thing that we want. This is where most of you are, energetically or down here. How many of you, say me, be honest, it's Monday, we're streaming this live on a Monday. Okay, so the Mondays, right, Monday. How many heart attacks happen on Monday? It's the most popular day of the week because people come back to a life that they don't love, right? We're down here, we're hanging out down here energetically. Well, I've got a news flash for you. The thing you want is up here. The thing you want is up here. More money, success, the family vacations, the car, the better body, the better health. It's up here. If you're hanging out down here and your thing is up here, you're not going to get it. But most importantly, this big gap is where you feel the disconnect. This is where you feel frustrated. This is where you get in icky moods and you don't know why you're snapping at your kids or your husband. This is where all the self-doubt comes into play. All the ish is right in the middle. So this is what your job is every single day. Your job is to say, okay, this is what I want. Energetically, what does that look like? Well, gosh, I mean, if I was out of debt, I would feel amazing. I'd be like, yeah, like I'm crushing my income goals. I'm confident in the way I'm handling my money. The universe is abundant and more money is flowing to me. I'm feeling good, right? Well, when you're down here and you can get up here with your energy, you're going to attract the thing that you want. Now, it's a game. It's a little bit of a game because you have to make believe a little bit. You have to pretend you already have it, right? So you're like, oh, this is kind of weird. Well, if you think it's weird, let me ask you if what you're doing right now, is it working for you? If it's working for you, bless and release. If it's not, come try my weird thing here, okay? So I want you to make believe. I want you to pretend that you have the money. I want you to pretend you are debt free. I want you to pretend you have the perfect body. When you walk by a mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, the cellulite. I want you to walk by again and go, had 2 babies. Look at me rocking this body. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I see you. Looking good, girl. That's what I want you to do. Yeah, I want you to play with it a little bit. I want you to lighten it up a little bit here. Stop being so, stressed out and depressed about everything. You're not going to get that. When you're down here hanging out being negative, stressed out and depressed, you get more of that. This is where you're hanging out. The good stuff's up here, you're down here, so you're just gonna get more bad stuff. So right now, if you're like, oh, all these bad things keep happening to me, I don't know, it's just not fair, you're a victim, you're hanging out down here. I'm gonna challenge you on that and say, get your booty up here. It's way more fun up here. I literally spend most of my day, except for if like I'm on a live or a Zoom, or right now, I'm literally daydreaming about all the things that I'm going to create, all the amazing things that are gonna happen in my company, fun things I wanna do with my family. We're building a second home right now, and I literally will close my eyes. And if I hear some wind rustling, I'll close my eyes and I'll pretend I'm on the back porch. And we have 2.5 acres at the top of a mountain. We really do. So I imagine my eyes closed. I'm on the back porch. I have a cup of coffee. Maybe the kids are playing out behind. Scott's inside the house building something, doing something, right? Watching sports. I can feel it like it's right now. And what happens is the more time I spend there, law of attraction creates us to be together. That thing I want comes quicker into my life. So if you keep doing this whole thing where, gosh, I hit the rank and I lost it. I started making the money and I'm backtracking. I was consistent with my business and now I'm falling off the wagon. I bet you $1 million you're not aligned with what you want. You're hanging out down here. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Throughout the day, I want you to check in with yourself, even if it's top of the hour, once an hour, and I want you to ask yourself, where am I at energetically? Am I aligned with what I want? And if you're not aligned, you gotta get up and move, okay? You gotta move a little bit, watch a couple TikToks, you can watch mine, Reels. I want you to go for a quick 10-minute walk around the block. I want you to call a friend, a family member, someone who will lift you up, make you laugh. I don't want you calling that negative person in your life that's just a Debbie Downer. I want you to dance around the house a little bit, watch something funny for 5 minutes. You got to get yourself out of that. Or I want you to remind yourself, why are you doing this? Okay. And the law of attraction says if you can hold a thought in your mind for, I think it's 17 seconds, but I've heard different things. So I would even go for, a minute. There's a timer you can use. There's a law of attraction app by, I think Abraham Hicks created it. There's an app where you can put a timer on, and I want you to think about that thing you want. Get really excited, okay? I'm so excited. It's coming. I'm so excited. It's on its way. It's going to be amazing. And I want you to get in that place of feeling really good. And you're going to think this is super weird if you've never done this. But when the first thing happens that you manifest, I want you to remember this conversation. I want you to go, wow. That was right on. Okay, cool. I can do this. And then you're going to get the momentum, but then you're going to get the confidence. And I have the confidence I can manifest anything. We are starting a nonprofit. We are publishing a magazine. We are starting a Gold Digger Girls Academy probably next year for younger girls, preteen and teens. I'm writing a children's book. series, all kinds of stuff is happening. Not today, but I know for a fact I'm going to manifest it at some point. Wouldn't it be fun to think of this world as a playground and you can have whatever you want? Wouldn't that just kind of change things for you? I want you guys to give it a try, okay? So if you're watching on live, share this into your stories if you love this and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. Tell me your favorite takeaway. I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.